Welcome back, everybody. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Aaron.
This is our show, Crypto Cosm, where I talk about how the astrology affects the crypto market.
And I'm bringing you the latest and greatest in the crypto world.
That's right. Now, we've got a jam-packed astrology week. As far as I'm concerned, and every astrologer on this planet will tell you, we're just getting started, okay?
Oh, baby.
This year, 2018, has been... nothing has been happening until this Mercury retrograde, which just ended, okay? The Mercury retrograde ended, then we had Saturn start its retrograde period, Pluto started its retrograde period, Mercury's back at the beginning of Aries, and it's moving forward, and it's gonna come across Saturn for that third time. That third and final square is happening Wednesday.
What does it all mean? What does it all mean?
Well, Wednesday, now every time we've seen this square, every single time we've seen anything come across and square Saturn, we've seen a huge dip in the market. When the sun came by, the sun is now in Taurus, all right? That also happened over the weekend. The sun is now in Taurus. Sun is in the money ball planet, or the money, it's in the money sign, all right? Taurus the bull, baby. Taurus the bull. And when you have anything going in there right now, which is also the ruling planet, a ruling sign of Venus. Venus is our money planet. Taurus the bull is the sign that's associated with Venus. When the sun's in there, Venus is also in there right now. So they're forming these like very harmonious aspects to Saturn and Pluto, which again are going to be there for many years. And what does that mean? That means we're going to see a lot more structure. We're going to see more things coming up in a positive way. This isn't going to be that same combative kind of thing with Aries, okay? With Mercury in Aries and then we're squaring Saturn, that is a hard angle. This trine, because Taurus is an earth sign, Capricorn is an earth sign. It's a very formidable, very easy flowing aspect, all right?
Beautiful.
So, but the 25th, it's not. That's a hard aspect. And every time we've seen this hard aspect this year, when Venus hit it, when Mercury hit it twice, when the sun hit it, every single time we've seen a dip in the market. Now, we've seen a nice little bump in the market since the end of the retrograde, which is kind of funny. It was almost the opposite of what has happened the past 5 years, which is very interesting. But again, we're dealing with different, everything's moved. Everything's shifted since last December. What does that mean? It means we're going to see more ebbs and flows right now. We're not out of the woods yet, okay? I'm expecting to see a little bit of a dip here on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, right afterward, we have Mars up there in Capricorn as well, shaking hands with transformative Pluto. What does that mean for Thursday? That means we're going to see something come up in the news on Thursday and Friday that's like groundbreaking, serious concrete has happened. Like something this week is going to come up in the news. It's like, all right, we've made these changes. We've built this new road, this new infrastructure, whatever it is. I'm excited to see what's coming up because that is a serious aspect. Again, that takes 2 years for Mars to go around, 270 years for Pluto,
Jeez.
30 years for Saturn. When these big boys get up there together in the same sign, and it's like, this is a lot of stuff happening, a lot of structure, laws. This is government, and not only the government that is, but how we govern ourselves, So it's just like transforming us. We're transforming our structure and how we live our day-to-day lives, It's just like from when you wake up and you open your eyes, if you're giving thanks to the world, and I'm grateful and thankful for this day before you put your feet on the floor, or if you just get up and you search the web, whatever it is, you're finding new structure in that life, in your life right now.
Are we ever?
Right. So it's just like, and now Saturn's going retrograde, Pluto's retrograde, we're going back, we're in review mode. And then on Sunday, we got a full moon. A full moon, what do we usually see on a full moon? We see a dip. We usually see a dip. And this particular full moon is squaring the nodes. Now that is huge because that only happens twice a year, all right? That happens twice a year, squaring the nodes. So the nodes we look at as like the dragon's head and the tail. The head of the dragon is in Leo right now, the North Node, saying, living through your ego, go play, go have fun, go be you, go be the bright shining star that you are. Where is the tail of the dragon? That's in Aquarius. It's like, don't be the observer just sitting here looking at everyone have fun in the pool. Go get in the pool, go have fun. So when you have the moon squaring, the moon and the sun are squaring these nodes. So it's just like saying my own self and my emotional body is not, there's like a discomfort, a bit of, dis-ease. It's funny how that kind of plays out. There's a lack of ease when this kind of aspect is happening. So we're going to see a big shift this week, but then it's going to kind of come back into a really positive, I guess after kind of like the first week of May, we're going to see a very big positive thing. So the 7th of May, we see the square to Pluto. So Mercury's moving. In the 25th, it's going to square Saturn. It's going to move. Then it's going to square Pluto on the 7th of May. And we have a full moon in between. So we're going to get hit. Like this is all this stuff right now is like stuff that we've seen in the past. It's like dip. And it's like, I don't want to lie. Like every time we've seen these things, they've been not favorable for the crypto market.
So on the technical aspect and how I see some of the astrology lining up with some of these repetitive patterns that we have seen. So if you will, let's stop on a bicycle. And we're moving forward. We just hit our first little bump up, and we've hit above those trend lines for the first time in what, 4 months?
Yes.
Three and a half-ish, right around there, 3 to 4 months. Now we're at the top of the hill, and we're kind of free falling on our way down over the next few days. And we just started to see that we've gained $100 billion in total market cap over the past 9 days.
I mean, and some coins have done really well. We just did a review on OCN, and it went up 120% by the time from filming it to airing it. This has been a great bump.
Absolutely.
But it's a tug of war right now, and this tug of war is still, it's between like this peer-to-peer versus this system versus individuals. You know, there's a lot of tug of war going on versus is this real? Is the volatility? You know what I mean? There's a big tug of war happening, and it's like it's not there yet.
In this technical aspect, we've hit our first hill. On the last 3 big bursts that we've had in Bitcoin, we've got 2 hills before a mountain. And then we climb up for the second mountain, and then the third mountain. That's when the media catches on and all the hype. Yeah, well, the 2 hills were first, so don't forget about those.
The 2 hills and 2
So we got
mountains.
2 foothills we're climbing over. We're at the top of the first foothill. We're going down. We see it in the technical analysis. We see it up in the sky when we take a look. And then we see this little rise back up to revisit where we've just come from. So we're going through these ebbs and flows right now. And the charts show it just as well. Keeping an eye out after the second bump is when we're going to see the first wave of the Elliott wave. And then that's where we're going to see our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peak out. And then we're going to repeat this hopefully giant, beautiful bull run pattern that we've revisited just like before.
That we've all been waiting for.
So we'll see. I'm hoping that it doesn't dip too much on the technical aspect. And we'll see. We'll see.
And it's funny, the thing that I thought, and that was my own, you know, it was a guess, was that when I had seen during the retrograde cycle, when I had seen that Mercury was going to move backward through its square to Pluto, backward through its square to Saturn. I knew it was going to drive the market down, but I thought it was going to do so. And with Mars being up there in Capricorn as well, kind of aiding that, accelerating. Again, Mars is our accelerator, accelerating these structures, accelerating the transformation of this market. What I had thought was going to happen was it's going to dip, and then people see that dip and then realize it's a great time to buy in. That didn't happen until after the retrograde, because more people were like frenzying out of it. Like, it's dipping, I better sell now before I lose everything. You know, so...
Absolutely.
And I mean, it was something we had talked about.
It was a delayed response, yeah.
Right, so it's just like, okay, so now we're actually at a good price point. Things are at a good price point to get buying back in. Or even if you're a first timer, it's an attractive price to get in right now. So in the next... You know, it's the 23rd, 24th. So the 25th is the hit. 27th, we have major structure. The 29th is the full moon. The 7th is the square to Pluto. And then it meets up with Uranus and moves out on the 15th of May. Now, we're still talking, that's 3 weeks down the road, but this is important as all of these, you know, it's rings of the ladder. You got to climb one before you're going to get to the other one. So
what else happens 3 weeks down the road after that? Tax dollars. Tax dollars are going to be back in people's pockets as well at that time.
No, they won't, because they're going to be putting them all in crypto. Because the price is going to be right.
My ears.
We all know it. We all know it.
Beautiful. The checks are going to start writing, and people are going to start cashing in. It's going to be an amazing thing. So we did do that review on OCN, and we did see a major price increase. We went from 0.097 cents
at the time of filming,
less than a penny, to at the time shooting this show, 2.4 cents. That is some fantastic gains. Not only
give it up for this guy for knowing. He knows this stuff. That's why we do this.
I had a gut instinct, and it was just clawing at me. And I had done a little rediversification of my portfolio just in the actual nick of time. Not only that, now that OCN has made it on my radar for my Twitter list, because I keep an active engagement on my Twitter feed with all the coins that I'm involved with. So you hear all of the wonderful activities, and some maybe even the not so wonderful activities that they have going on. Now there was word of a 1-to-1 airdrop for OCN. So for those of you that bought 250,000 coins or more or less or whatever it might be, hold on to those coins, ladies and gentlemen, even if that price does dip. So there's going to be some individuals that are going to be selling off because of the price decrease of the coin when the coins are released, because it will drop the value a little bit, but you are going to be able to double up your coins. And if you're in it for the long haul and not just for the short term, well, you could have up to a quarter, you're going to double up.
And so what does that airdrop mean exactly for some of those?
Absolutely. Thank you for keeping me grounded here. So the airdrop is going to be all the individuals that are holding coins. They're going to have a 1-to-1 airdrop. So for every OCN coin that you do have, you are going to receive another coin. So some of them don't always do a 1-to-1 ratio. This is fantastic. Some might do a 2-to-1 ratio and give you half as much as you hold. But this is a straight up 1-to-1 ratio.
Now we talk about Ripple just being able to create more Ripple when they want. Now, is this company taking their stash and doubling it and just giving you more? Does it devalue it? What is that?
Well, right now that there's currently 2 billion OCN in circulation. That's the circulating supply. Now they have a total coin cap of 10 billion.
So 2 billion are in circulation. So there's 8 billion left to be mined or created.
Or that the company is holding.
Okay.
So the company is taking 2 billion and dropping them out to the public. So for every one coin that you have, you are gaining one more. So they are releasing some of the uncirculated coins.
And what day is this happening again?
To the public. The date is undefined. So the CEO came out on Twitter and said, yep, the eyes have it. We're going to do the 1-to-1 airdrop.
The eyes have it.
I am all about it because I'm in it for the long haul.
It's a good company.
That's amazing. For me, I don't mind holding. I'm not in it for the quick fix personally. Some individuals are. They're like, I want the money and I want it right now. So you're going to see some of those individuals selling off that coin, and it probably will affect the price. But then you got the other individuals that are like, well, I want the extra coins. Yeah, go ahead and give them to me. Go ahead and give them to me.
I'll take an extra coin.
Both sides. It's fantastic. But there's also word of Binance
picking it up.
Yep. So right now we're listed on Huobi, Gate.io, IDAX, Robinhood, HitBTC, and I think BitZ.
Yeah.
So there's 7 or 8 exchanges out there right now, which is very minimal for this coin. I mean, this coin just came out in January. Now, they're partnered up. They got Justin Sun from Tron as their chief advisor, plus a whole other smorgasbord of board advisors.
Smorgasbord.
It's crazy.
It's a plethora.
I really think they're going to be operating very much in partnership and in tandem with Tron. They're going to have a very similar mindset. Now, Tron is one of the coins that is listed on, I don't know, 60 different exchanges or something like that. Pretty much every exchange out there, Tron's probably on it.
They're like the little Caesars. You know, it's like it always amazes me the long stretching arm of Mike Ilitch. You know, it's like this little dinky pizza shop here in Detroit that's now across the world selling $5 pizzas, $5 hot and readies. That to me is like Justin Sun. He's everywhere.
He is.
It's amazing. Yeah, the long stretching arm of Justin Sun.
But it's great that they're increasing the circulating value, which I'm hoping is going to increase the volume that's happening. And if they come out with a listing on Binance, well, it's probably going to be their #1 exchange in terms for volume, because there's going to be a couple million people out there. I don't know what the total is. I think they just released, it's got to be like 20 or 30 million individuals that are probably going to be trading on that coin once it hits Binance. So with more volume out there, hopefully more volume trading can take place, which is going to increase that coin for sure. For sure. So if you haven't gotten it yet, keep in mind we could be experiencing a little bit of a dip here. Keep your eyes on it. You may not want to go all in at once, but definitely now is going to be the time to continue to pick something up. Because once it hits back, just its retracement when it came out of ICO, we were at 11 cents. And this coin has not seen any massive action in the crypto market since it got to market yet.
And yeah, there's not enough people talking about it. We were just talking about that. Talk about this stuff. Talk about all these things. I know some people out there, they're like, oh, well, my coin is like this hidden secret. I want to just keep it under my pillow, you know, like the tooth fairies change. But it's like, yeah, well, you know what? It doesn't do any good if you're not talking about it because nobody else gets in there. Okay? That's how this works. It's like a giant Ponzi, pyramid scheme called the blockchain cryptocurrency. It's just like the more people that are in this pool, the better it is for everybody.
Absolutely.
Talk about these coins that you think are going to be. Talk about them with us. Share them. Let us know if you want us to review a certain thing. Let us know if there's a certain, hey, what do you guys feel about this? Contact us at cryptocosm.show. Ask us anything you want. We'll be happy to talk about it live with you.
Absolutely. We're going to start doing a lot more ICO reviews coming up, hopefully at least one a week. We want to be able to bring you guys some quality coins that we think have some great opportunities.
For the long hold and for just a quick buck. We're trying to get to everybody here. We know both sides of the spectrum exist, but either way, there's a lot of money to be made. There's the dates here: the 25th, the 26th, the 29th, and the 7th. Okay, those to me, all four of these dates. Well, the 26th to me is just a structure day. We're going to see something happen in the news. We're going to see something come up that's just like, yes, I've been waiting for this for 5 years, man. It's coming this week. It will be coming this week. And then we got that big full moon on Sunday, so it's going to be a heck of a week.
So what else we have? We have the Iranian government coming down on the banks, stating that no Iranian banks can participate in crypto due to anti-money laundering and terrorist acts and things of that nature. So that's another big one. Another government kind of crackdown on the actual banks themselves, saying nope. Sorry, crypto is bad. We don't want you to have anything to do with it. And that's really what the government, that was their big thing, is they made it out to be something so horrible to almost scare individuals away from it. And that's just not something that I really agree with.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's sad. It's all
we need more commercials for alcohol, though.
And cigarettes.
There aren't commercials for cigarettes.
Well,
they stopped advertising.
Maybe they should start again.
There you go. Just billboards only. Newports. And we're smiling and having a good time playing on the beach.
The Marlboro Man.
Yeah.
What else do we have? So we've been talking about taxes here and there. So in Finland, the tax offices have cooperated. I'm sorry, the banks have cooperated with the tax offices to give information on individuals that have cashed out on crypto. So these fiat gateways are on a mission with certain governments now that we're seeing at the time to analyze coin wallets. So they've analyzed 10,000 Bitcoin wallets and have realized that only, 3,300 individuals probably owe something in taxes that have not reported it. 3,300 individuals.
3,300. That's actually a lot less than I had anticipated to be.
Out of 10,000.
33? All right. Yeah,
but if you think about it, so
it's a third.
I'm a crypto nut. I'm going in and I threw $1,000 into Coinbase, right? Let's just pick on Coinbase for now. It doesn't really matter who it was. A fiat gateway. $1,000 into Coinbase, and I go and I purchase Bitcoin. Now I have $1,000 in Bitcoin.
0.1.
I trade my Bitcoin over to Binance. They're only really going to know anything once it comes back to that Coinbase wallet. They're only going to know that. And then I'm
so if you keep it on the accounts, if you keep it on these other... But now what happens 5 years? Well, see, everything is going to change. That's the thing. We don't even know what's going to happen at the end of the year. We don't know what's going to happen in May, all right? It's going to happen in May. But we don't know what this rule is, what this law is that's coming. Like everything, just keep it on there. Avoid this stuff. Like honestly, that sounds weird to say it, but like I would avoid this as much as possible. Avoid pulling back off and into cold hard cash.
Pretty soon,
keep your day job. Just keep your day job for your cash, and then throw your extra money into Bitcoin and keep it there, or into whatever. You know, it's just like let these laws work themselves out.
That might be the consensus. I mean, pretty soon you're going to be able to buy directly with crypto.
You're going to be getting paid in crypto, like entertainment partners and payees, and all of these companies are going to be paying you. When we first started the show, you know, we probably even said it before, but one of the people that we were going to have on as a guest, he asked to get his Christmas bonus in Ethereum. All right, he was already paid. That's already happening. You know what I mean? But it's going to start happening on a grand scale sooner than later. So just take it easy.
And soon it's going to be crypto for goods and services. It already is in some parts. It already is in some parts. Things are going to happen. Things are going to happen like atomic swap. Atomic swap is going to change the games in terms of these big exchanges that we have out now. Everything that we see now is going to be completely different 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. It's going to be so radical and so fast that I don't even know how they're going to be able to keep up. They're probably just sitting back there going, well, shit. What are we going to do? And by the time they figure something out, it's going to change. So what if we come up with some technology that takes it from one account and puts it to another using some other piece that just makes this big giant circle and now it's in some untraceable wallet?
Like, oh, we got 4K TVs. Sweet, we've got 8K sensors in the camera. Oh, all right. Well, I guess we need 8K TVs. Oh, we've got 3D. Too bad we've got cloud now. We're shooting this brand new cloud thing that's a gas bubble that you're going to see from all angles. It's amazing.
Well, I think that's the idea of singularity. You know, it's going to come out so fast that I don't know how they're going to be able to keep up with it. It's hard for me to keep up with it. I don't know.
So sometimes that's like, you know, who said it? Warren Buffett. It's like, you know, the stock market is for those who are patient. So it's like, be patient. Just be patient right now and just relax. Take it easy. Just put some money in, but
we don't even know that by the time the world is ready to come under one, will it be a cryptocurrency or will it be an evolved cryptocurrency?
The whole world could be over by the time the show airs.
Dun, dun, dun. Man, oh man. So everything is changing, including the way we use identity.
That's right. I'm not even me anymore.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Crypto Cosm, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's a great time.
I've seen you guys on YouTube.
So all of the different individual verification systems that we have, a coin I have my eye on, and I'm going to do a little bit of digging before we bring it into a full-out review, is the key.
The key.
The key. The key.
Oh, it's glorious, behold. It opens Maid Marian's locket.
What is the key? Now, the key is basically a universal identity system that's being piloted in China right now in 3 different cities, and 210 million people are currently using this to access any legal documents, medical records, things like that.
It's huge.
And it's about to be released in 41 different cities. That's huge. Going from 3 cities, 210 million people, which is a ginormous pilot, going to be released to 41 different cities. Like, to me, when I saw that, I was like, wow. Now, I've been questioning the idea and how identity is going to change, and we have the Identity.Foundation set up where IBM and Microsoft and all these other giant crazy partners are up there collaborating on how this is going to look.
Right, we get the HIPAA laws and all this stuff. It's serious.
This is already one that's piloting 210 million people, and it was just like, whoa.
That's awesome.
Whoa,
that's huge.
I need to know more. So this is one that's definitely going to be under the microscope for me personally, and I'm hoping it's going to be worthwhile to bring it to you guys for some good gains. It is a crypto. It is a coin. It's out there on CoinMarketCap. It's trading right around 2 cents at this particular moment.
What are the abbreviations to this coin?
The key.
Huh. But is it K-E-Y?
The T-H-E-K-E-Y. The key.
But isn't it just a 3-letter? It's a 3-letter dude.
Most of them are 3 letters.
This one actually has 6?
Some, like Ethos, have 5. This one has 6. I think 6 is the max. But it is the key. So more to come on there. But for now, I think it's your turn to pick.
Little
today, my friend.
positivity. How do we do this? Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Bob Marley today. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds.
That's a beautiful, beautiful thing from a beautiful, beautiful man.
It's true. You know he had 14 different kinds of insects in his hair in his autopsy? 14 different insects were living in his... He had his own like ecosystem in his hair, man.
That's incredible.
And you could too, if you buy this cryptocurrency.
Oh my gosh. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. And hit that notification down at the bottom so you guys don't miss a beat. Thanks for joining us on another episode of
Crypto Cosm.